He has how did WWE put it? Well, the game's being future endeavored, let's just say that. Now here's our third match. The Caribbean Superstar SOS going up against FLW's very own Johnson. Now Johnson is the current DIW YouTube champion after winning it from SOS at DIW Hardcore Revolution. SOS had a open invitational, and Johnson, coming out of nowhere, just came down the ring. They put on a good match and good technical match, and Johnson picked up the win and became the new YouTube champion, ending SOS's the longest reign on the YouTube championship of 3 months. May not sound that long, but considering that the YouTube championship used to be 24/7, it is very long. And it only came out the 24/7 era basically when SOS won it, so that's why he has the longest win streak. Longest reign with time. And here comes FLW's very own Federation of Wrestling's very own Johnson. Johnson was in the Coalition 30-man over the top rope battle royale and actually did pretty badly. Yeah, I have to admit he did badly. Yeah, I'm not even sure if he eliminated anyone. I think he eliminated one person, but he got beaten up pretty much. But that's not to detract from Johnson here. He was going up against so many cool leads there. It was unlikely that it was gonna, do well. I'm not trying to take the proverbial out of this guy, just saying. But Johnson, in his own right, is a very, very good superstar. He's come over. Whatchamacallit? I forgot what I was gonna say. He's overcome lots of adversities in his career, and now he has to overcome this one, facing SOS, if he wants to retain his YouTube championship. There's a lot of hate between these two men, I have to admit. I don't know why, to be honest, because they haven't really insulted each other or anything. SOS just seems to hate Johnson, probably for losing the championship to him. But here we go, and the DDT there by Johnson. And I think if I remember correctly, it was the shortest match on the card, so maybe that's why SOS was so annoyed. And to top it all off, maybe it's because Johnson came from another core league to take a championship. But enough about the past and more about the present. Here we go, SOS versus Johnson. And now SOS got the early advantage here with a flurry of punches onto the midsection of Johnson, and Johnson falls to the ground. We have seen that SOS is very proficient with those right hands and left hands and all those hands and stuff. And there's a rolling schoolboy there, and not even one count. SOS determined to get back a championship here tonight. SOS hasn't had the best of luck in DIW since he lost his championship. Well, actually, since his DIW returned to YouTube, he hasn't had much luck. And I failed to notice that SOS did actually take off the turnbuckle covering, and that could come into play like it did in the first match. And here we go, SOS using the turnbuckle and the exposed turnbuckle. Oh, driving Johnson's face into the turnbuckle. And that can really seriously affect you. That can disorientate you, can give you a concussion, it can daze you, it can really do a lot. And then here's Johnson with the flurry of punches, the Fist of Fury, and Johnson very proficient with his hands as well. Now what's SOS gonna do here? And oh, they're jumping over the top rope there like it does. I don't even know SOS can do that kind of stuff. But this match is a no disqualification, full count anywhere match, just remind you. And DIW has a problem with making matches on a CPV card no disqualification. And if I'm right, Johnson's leg just crashed off the steel steps there. Now Johnson following SOS back into the ring and gets a neck breaker for his trouble. And now it appears that SOS is in control of this match, and as soon as I say that, Johnson with the lariat there, or spin elbow, whatever you want to call it, and diving forearm, but SOS got his knees up and he taunted the crowd. Pardon me. The crowd recently turning on SOS, or the SOS recently turned on the crowd, whichever way you want to put it. And now the crowd does not like SOS, but the crowd loves Johnson. Johnson is a fan favorite. And here we go, the Johnson bottom, and oh no, SOS reversing it with flurry of punches, and oh, here we go. This could be it already. The SOS driver, and this, if he gets the pin, if he gets the pin, he'd won, of course. 1, 2, no, so close. I'm sure Johnson does not want to give up his championship back that easily, and now SOS going for a Samoan drop, but Johnson seems to be struggling. Doesn't want to get hit, and they get steamrolled. Now what's SOS doing here? And SOS picking up the championship. Is he gonna hit? Well, of course he's gonna hit him. Oh, there we go. I ask some stupid questions sometimes, seriously. And picking up Johnson, is he gonna do it again? They'll go for a grapple, and there's Johnson and the Dragon Whip. Johnson getting back into his match finally, and he's picked up the championship belt, giving SOS a taste of his own medicine. SOS just got knocked out. Now dragging him to the center of the ring. We've seen this many times before. There's Johnson at the bottom, and no, SOS reverses again. SOS has got Johnson's number here tonight. And oh, here we go. The Paradise Lost. That has to be it. 1, 2. No. Johnson just managing to kick out somehow. And that move is really dangerous. The way SOS does it. I mean, SOS has his knee pads on, even though you can't really see it. And who knows what he could have in those knee pads. I mean, he could even have metal in those, you know? We don't know. And just SOS having his head taken off by that title there. Now getting whipped and getting kicked out of the ring. And now Johnson going to the top turnbuckle. Don't usually see this from Johnson. What's he gonna do here? Stalking SOS from the top turnbuckle. The top rope, and oh, a diving elbow there. Connecting to the face of SOS. If you noticed, I have a different accent tonight. May not have noticed. Not entirely sure. Yeah, I got a cold. So, you know, I've got this accent until I get over this cold. Yeah. And Johnson driving SOS's face into the steel steps, and SOS is now busted open. SOS is busted open. These two men are not showing any mercy to each other. These two men want to get the job done no matter what it takes. And he's still pounding SOS head into steel steps, and now finally finishes. Now has to cause some damage to SOS. And I'd be surprised if SOS could think straight after those hits into the steel steps. And SOS dodging that, and face crusher or bulldog, whatever you want to call it. And now SOS actually looks like he can think straight after those. Now stalking Johnson, and oh my gosh, just ramming the steel steps into the face of Johnson. Now I think Johnson's busted open. Both these men busted open in quick succession, and now for a flurry of right hands into the head of Johnson, and then another punch into the midsection, and a series of stomps. SOS taking it to Johnson, and I'll be surprised if Johnson can fight back after that. Those steel steps into the face, and his head being planted into the barricade there. Even though the barricade's got like it's got inch of padding or centimeter, I don't even know, but it doesn't do anything. Let me trust me there. Trust me there. That doesn't make sense. Just trust me in there. I mean, I actually got dropped on that once. I don't want to explain how it happened because it's a very long story, but I got dropped on it. I was out. I was really out.